Hello everyone, in this video I want to show you one interesting chess trap and this is trap in Sicilian defense and also in Smith-Morra Gambit, and of course let me show you some of variations in this opening. So at first we can see that after e4 and c5 it is Sicilian defense, and now of course main move is knight f3, but also interesting move is pawn d4. This is Morra Gambit or Smith-Morra Gambit. So of course the most useful move for black it is c takes d4, and after c3 also d takes c3 and knight c3. So it is accepted Smith-Morra Gambit. So next one is knight c6, knight f3, very logical moves for black and for white. Next one is pawn e6, bishop c4, queen c7 and castle. I think that most interesting move for white is queen e2, but of course castle, it is not mistake. Castle is very normal and standard move for white. Next one is knight f6 for black. So black has one extra pawn, but black wants to attack white king. And the next one after queen e2, very interesting move for black and very unorthodox move for black, knight g4. And if we go to the chess database, we can see that more than 1300 games is h3. So white played h3 in these games, but after knight d4 it is very bad position for white. So it is Siberian trap, this position Siberian trap in Sicilian defense in Smith-Morra Gambit. So after knight d4, if we take this knight, so next one is queen h2 with checkmate, and of course if white don't want to take this knight and don't want to see queen h2 move, so white must sacrifice our queen, and after h take g4, of course black plays knight e2, and after bishop e2 we can see that black has one extra queen for two knights, but of course queen is the most powerful piece in chess, and of course tonight is weaker than this queen, and we can see that it is about -5 if we see Stockfish analysis. So of course white don't want to see this move knight d4, and one of the most interesting move for white it is knight b5, but it is not so easy for white in this position after queen b2 to see the right way to do this attack. So after knight b5 and queen b8, of course h3 now is a very logical move, because this knight on b4 attacked d4. So of course knight d4 for black, it is not right idea, but of course black can play pawn h5. And now if white simply takes this knight, so of course it is also mistake for white, because after h takes g4 we can see that if knight goes somewhere, for example to d4, it is also checkmate queen h2, because rook protected this h2. This h2, of course after h take g4 we can play knight h4. This simply the best move, but after rook h4 and pawn goes to g3, of course it is also a position when black has very strong attack for white king. So I recommend you in this position after h3 and h5 for black, playing very unorthodox move, very strange move, queen d2. But the main idea of queen d2 is to control d4. So after h6 we can play knight to d4, and this is very normal position for white. So now black don't has this checkmate idea, but of course black has one extra pawn, but this is a very strange position, and I think that white has some compensation for pawn sacrifice. But of course the main idea in Siberian trap, in Smith-Morra Gambit, it is, let me show you one more time. So it is knight d4. So this is very standard move for moves for black and for white, and the next one after knight g4 h3 is very big mistake, because after knight d4 it is completely winning position for black. So I hope that you enjoy this trap, and I hope that you use it in your own games. So goodbye and see you next time.